welcome to the Half Hour Hall Pass, sponsored by Sound in the Hall Records, with your hosts, Charles and Colleen. And we're here today with Jamie Barrett. How are you today, Jamie?
I'm great. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks, Colleen. It's great to be here.
Okay.
It's a pleasure being here. Thanks so much for having me.
Sure.
So when did you start playing?
Early on, my brother had a guitar hanging around, and I got interested in it. I got serious with it like middle school, and then I couldn't leave it down. I mean, I would rush off the school bus to rush home to pick up that guitar and play it. So I knew that was the instrument for me.
Is that around the same time you started writing your own songs for it, or?
Oh, I've always been writing songs from a very young age, and no one will ever hear those songs. Those are pretty bad. It's only the last few years or so that I've been confident enough to have people hear the songs I've been writing, because I've been taking a little more care and a little more time with them. But
Would you ever think of redoing any of your really old ones?
Yeah, now I want to hear them.
I know. You could just change around the words a little bit.
Well, you can imagine what an 8 or 9-year-old might write. I mean, I still remember the song, "The Great Big Fire." I don't know what it's about.
The Great Big Fire.
But The Great Big Fire. It's just because that's what an 8 or 9-year-old will write, And the name of my band with my brother Josh, seriously, Lincoln Logs banging on cardboard boxes and pots and pans, and I had an acoustic guitar that wasn't probably tuned, and we were called. No, I can't say that.
Just do it. Just do it.
No.
What were you guys?
I've never told anybody this, so here I am being very revealing on this radio. But it was called CAMBA, which stands for Cats Are My Best Animal, which doesn't even make sense. It's not even.
Cats
are my best animal. It doesn't even. I was trying so hard. What do you call that when you try to have the letters of one word represent the what's that called?
Like, oh my gosh!
I know what
all I
you're
can think of is a
Not
acrostic
grammatic
poem.
Yeah, acrostic. It's acrostic. It's like an acrostic poem.
Oh.
And here I was trying to do that, and CAMBA. What does
best.
CAMBA mean? And why didn't I make it? I can't
That's
say
cool.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's very original. No one else is gonna have a name called Canva.
But that's what you get from
Yeah.
an 8 or 9-year-old, and my brother, who was 6 or 7 at the time.
Hey, let's hear one of your newer songs and one of my personal favorites, Goodbye Girl.
I don't even know the reason why you talk to me, girl, when everything you say is just another lie to me, girl. You think you're clever, but I catch on real fast. How much longer did you think it would last? I don't even know the reason why you try with me, girl, 'cause years from now you won't mean nothing to me. You'll be nothing more than girlfriend history, and that's exactly where I want you to be. I don't even know the reason why I talk to you, girl, 'cause even when I do, nothing gets through to you, girl. You think you're funny, but I think you're a flake. There's nothing real about you, everything's fake. I don't even know the reason why I try with you, girl, 'cause years from now you won't mean nothing to me. You'll be nothing more than girlfriend history, and that's exactly where I want you to be. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Yeah, goodbye. Well, I don't even know the reason why I wrote this song, girl. I guess it's time to just let you go and move along, girl, 'cause years from now you won't mean nothing to me. You'll be nothing more than girlfriend history, and that's exactly where I want you to be. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, girl. Yeah, goodbye.
So what do you really consider your first real gig where you played at like a club or some sort of
Oh, I
show.
do remember that. That was in middle school. A promoter for a local show came around, heard us rehearse in the garage, had got tipped off about us, heard about us. This is my first band, Maniac, and I was like 15, and we went and played that gig. And I remember that was the first, the thrill of being on stage was amazing. It was just absolutely amazing in front of a big, large audience. And they're playing songs like by Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin, Pat Benatar. We had a girl singer, so we were doing Pat Benatar, Heart.
Well, what's the biggest gig that you played, like the most memorable one, other than your first one?
I think back to several gigs with the band Heartbreaker, and I remember my parents having to write permission slips, permission that I wouldn't touch a drop of alcohol so I could play in the nightclubs. And we played this place called the No Name Saloon up in Rhode Island, Westerly, Rhode Island. And this is when I was living in Mystic, Connecticut. We broke the attendance record that week, and we were booked for a couple nights there. And I remember a couple of like big burly guys coming and going, "Man, we just saw Aerosmith this weekend, and you guys sounded so much better than them." And I just remembered that, and I just thought that was pretty. I don't think he was too grounded when he said that, but I still remember it and thought that was quite an honor. I thought that was great being told that. And I was like 16 or 17, and that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Let's hear something live. This is Starting Over by Mr. Jamie Barrett. And what inspired you to write this? Yeah.
There is a story behind this song. I had a friend that was really down on life, and almost suicidal. But I don't think serious. But you never say that because you never know. And so this was my song to pick him up and to say, you know what? It doesn't matter how bad it gets. You can always start over.
Let's hear that right now.
Yeah.
This is performed live by Jamie Barrett, Starting Over.
When you're down on your luck and you need a little lift to get by, call me up when you want, 'cause you know I'd like to give it a try. And don't you worry about starting over. Ooh, you could change anything you like. When the road that you're on stops a little short of where you should be, don't give up or give in. There's always something new for you to see. Don't you worry about starting over. Ooh, you could change anything you like. I know there are times when it seems you've lost everything that's good in your life, but don't lose sight of your dreams. They will pull you through. Yeah.
This is where the guitar solo is.
Don't you worry about starting over. Ooh, you could change anything you like. When you feel there's no end to all the troubles that are falling on you, take a good look around at all the people who would love to be you. And don't you worry about starting over. Ooh, you could change anything. You could change everything too. You could change anything in your life, yeah.
Wow, I love that song.
Yeah, that was really good. Now, how would you describe your sound?
Uniquely Jamie Barrett.
There we go.
Everyone says they hear the Beatles' influence, and I take that as a great honor. There's a lot of influences in there. There's everything from Beethoven to AC/DC. Everything from the Kingston Trio, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Pete Seeger, to UFO. Whatever I listen to, I'm like a sponge, just like everyone's a sponge. When you listen to people talk, you kind of absorb it, and if you hear a cool catchphrase, you add it to your vocabulary and you kind of say it. I listen to things, I hear music, and you just absorb it. If you're open to it, you just kind of sponge it, and you kind of you take it in. So if I hear a cool Prince lick, that might just work its way. I might subconsciously have it back there, and so I absorb everything. I like everything, and then it comes out as me.
That's cool.
It ends up being a really great sound, though. I really enjoy listening to it because it's so mellow and laid back, yet it has a lot of energy in it still somehow. It puts a smile on my face.
When you become a musician, does everything become a song?
I drive my wife crazy.
Really?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And everyone around me. Yeah.
Have you ever written a song for her?
Yeah, actually,
You have?
I have a song. It's on. I brought a CD copy of it today. Sedona. It's about a place that she wanted to move to, and then she met me. We dated, and then I ruined all of her chances of.
That's awesome.
She knows I'm pretty grounded here in Franklin right now, but she keeps hoping that we're gonna pack up and move out there to Sedona, Arizona.
How about we listen to that song right now? This song is called Sedona.
She is so Sedona, Sedona, Arizona. Her heart's just beating time with that native drum. She ain't Oklahoma, Florida, or California. Arizona's the place for her, and her time has come. She never was one for the long cold winters of the northeast coast. The arid Arizona air was where her mind was most, waiting for the time when it would be fine for her to fly, so she could say, Sedona, I'm coming, and wave goodbye. She always had a dream of blowing straight out of this old town, packing up her memories and heading out before sundown, sailing across the interstates until she got where she was bound, so she could say, Sedona, I'm here upon your sacred ground. Oh, she is so Sedona, Sedona, Arizona. Her heart's just beating time with that native drum. She ain't Oklahoma, Florida, or California. Arizona's the place for her, and her time has come. But she never really thought much of all that she would leave behind. Her family and friends and a lover who was always on her mind. She started feeling sad, started thinking about changing her plan. But then she said, Sedona, I think I can. Take her long to feel the rhythm of this land, enjoy the terracotta plain and forget the coastal sand, living for the moment, living each day by day. Now she can say, Sedona, I'm here to stay. Oh, she is so Sedona, Sedona, Arizona. Her heart's just beating time with that native drum. She ain't Oklahoma, Florida, or California. Arizona's the place for her, and her time has come. Sedona's the place for her, and her time has come.
You teach at Jefferson Elementary?
I teach at Jefferson Elementary School 4 days a week. I teach at Davis Thayer 1 day a week, and I also squeeze in one music class at Brick School. The
Little Brick Schoolhouse?
Little Brick
Oh,
Schoolhouse.
that's so cool. I love that
And
little
I teach
place.
music there 1 day a week, one music class a week.
That's cool.
What kind of songs do you teach the kids?
whatever's going to line up with the curriculum, and teaching them what I'm supposed to teach them at a state level and a national level for music standards, and just teaching them things like kindergartners at the Brick School. I'll be teaching them musical concepts like low and high, short and long, loud and soft dynamics, things like that. And we do a lot of movement, we do a lot of singing, and just getting them to develop matching of pitch. Like I'll sing, and sometimes I have to sing up in my head voice, so they sing up there, you know, so I have to sing in my falsetto. From time to time I've been asked to write songs, so I've written, there's on that CD right there, the Jeffer songs, the other one, there's 35 originals. That's not even all the songs I've written for the curriculum, but I've written a lot of songs, like close to 50 for the music curriculum here in Franklin. And
those songs will be remembered forever. Like, what would be your favorite song?
this is a song that I wrote for the kids that we sing at a lot of the reading celebrations to celebrate reading, and it's a song I wrote called Read. You can read a book, you can read the paper, you can even read a magazine. You can read early in the morning or late in the evening, or just about any time in between. Because the more you read, the more you know, and the more you need some room to grow. So read a little each and every day, and soon you'll be well on your way. Now you can read in the bathtub or while standing on your head. You can even read on top of a tree. You can read on a school bus or on a spaceship to the moon. Just don't read while you're walking or you might bump into me. Cause the more you read, the more you know, and the more you need some room to grow. So read a little each and every day, and soon you'll be well on your way. Give me an R.
R.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me a D.
D.
What's that spell?
Read.
So what are you gonna do today?
Read.
What are you gonna do tomorrow?
Read.
What are you gonna do for the rest of your life? Yeah. R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Reading is the thing for me. 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 Cause the more you read, what is it? The more you know, and the more you need some room to grow. So read a little each and every day, and soon you'll be well on your way. Come on, Cheryl, Colleen, sing with me. Cause the more you read, what is it? The more you know, and the more you need some room to grow. So read a little each and every day, and soon you'll be well on your way.
That was fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
Seriously, you should do this for high school.
I know.
We're based out of Franklin, Massachusetts, and I hear that you wrote this theme for like the town song.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how that all came to be, but I was approached, as I've been over the years here at Jefferson Elementary School, to write original songs for the curriculum. And they have a Franklin unit in second grade, so they asked me if I would write a song about the town, and so I did. And that's really was only supposed to be for the second grade curriculum. And so I wrote the song. Deb Pellegri came in, the town clerk, and she came in, heard the song performed in the classroom, loved it so much, invited us to come perform it at the library. We ended up performing at the library. They liked it. It was a big response, so then we ended up performing at the town hall. And when the town hall heard it, we performed it, and it was, you know, the second graders singing it too. It did an awesome job. They decided to, there and then to make it the official town song. And then I hooked up with a local artist, Debbie Rohrback. We made a book, the City Knows the Town of Franklin book, which you can purchase on lulu.com. Great watercolors from Debbie Rohrback, and a CD of the song. Thanks to Sound in the Hall for reproducing those CDs. And you are mentioned in the book Sound in the Hall.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I know this place in Massachusetts. It's better than best, it's as great as it gets. Its beauty and all of its history is waiting for you. Folks are as friendly can be. Open your eyes, there is plenty to see. Well, let's take a look at the long list of things you can do. In the city known as the town of Franklin. In the city known as the town of Franklin. Check out America's first landing library. A closer look shows you it's not ordinary. For inside you'll find the first books that were furnished by pen. The one-room red brick school's become the town's treasure. The oldest one running by anyone's measure. Still looks the same now today as it did way back then. In the city known as the town of Franklin. In the city known as the town of Franklin. Well, then there's the common that's uncommonly good, where townspeople gather as townspeople should. Weddings, concerts, and festivals throughout the year. Monuments honor the mighty man Horace, and all that this father of education did for us. It's no mystery why so many would choose to live here. In the city known as the town of Franklin. In the city known as the town of Franklin. Come on, sing it with me. In the city known as the town of Franklin. In the city known as the town of Franklin.
Do many cities have their own town song?
Good question, Cheryl. I don't know the answer to that one, but our town sure does, and that's kind of cool.
What does the future hold for you? What's in store?
That's a good question, Colleen. I don't know. I just take every day as it comes. As I said earlier, every day is a 24-karat day. It's a brand new, awesome day, and I'm just looking forward to new challenges, and just looking for new songs to write about, things that'll inspire me. Looking to, all right, I'm going to sound a little cliche here, better myself, and 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 therefore, be a positive influence on others around me or whatever. I'm looking forward to just time with my family, my wife Kim, and my little guy. And to answer a question that wasn't asked, yes, I've written some songs for him too.
Oh, really? That's so cute.
So I think we have time for one more song. This is Dying for Spring by Jamie Barrett.
Autumn ought to be nearing. miles run dry. Guess it's truly best to pack it up and say goodbye. Summer's almost over. Autumn be nearing winter. It's bitter. I'm dying for spring. Well, I can see you. I see a little girl who's lost. I can feel you. Well, yeah, I feel so double-crossed, and I can hear you. I hear you calling out my name. I won't love you when you don't feel the same. I'm dying for spring. I'm dying for spring. I'm dying for spring. I'm dying for spring.
Now, where can we find your music?
Yeah, actually,
MySpace?
MySpace. I have a MySpace. If you just type in Jamie Barrett, it comes right up. Got a blog that I just started on Blogspot. So yeah, in addition to MySpace and just a couple of the other websites I have, and the one I hope to get back up and running, jamiebarrett.com, you can find my music on soundthehall.com.
Are you playing later this month at all?
I hope to book a gig again through Cole's Tavern. I'm friendly with the owners, and I play there every few months, it seems. I need to find a good coffee house again, because I love playing the coffee houses.
Down on the docks of the prudent shore, we'd watch the boats go by. Wasn't much, didn't need much more under that August sky. Full of innocence, life was sweet, picking shells from the sands. We rolled up our jeans and splashed our feet. The love was holding hands. Childhood doesn't capture hate or life, but it holds lessons true. It taught me how to love and how to laugh, gave me part of you. That was 15 years ago. You married your wife, and I'm still single, and as things go, I'm getting on in life. Childhood doesn't capture hate or life, but it holds lessons true. It taught me how to love and how to laugh, gave me part of you. Down on the docks of the prudent shore, I watch the boats go by.
The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. There's Cheryl and Colleen, Mr. Peacock and Mr. Barrett, and everybody here at Franklin High, and everybody in Sound of the Hall. And the more we get together, the happier we'll be.
Hey, you've been listening to the Half Hour Hall Pass, sponsored by Sound in the Hall Records and iRadio LA. Tune in next time for more interviews with indie artists. This is Cheryl and Colleen. Thanks for listening, and hey, get back to class.